What up, darlings? My name is Xavier, you know me as BoundTheMan09, and welcome back to a YouTube video. I know it's been a while, but I'm here with the Bun Bun.
Hi, I'm Koto.
And we're going to be answering some questions.
I'm gonna go grab a monster.
You get your ass back here.
Every second you're not running, I'm only getting closer. Die, foul liquid!
No.
Right.
So you guys have asked Xavier on his Instagram a bunch load of questions you want him to answer. So we are going to answer these questions for you today on camera, and I will also be giving some input on this nerd.
Y'all are just out of pocket and I love you for it. Alright, let's start with some questions. Do I have abs? Yes and no. When it comes to working out 5 times a week, I personally keep my training routine to be strength calisthenics. So while I do have increased muscle mass, I would say that the formation of abs sometimes comes down to me tensing. So when I'm tensing my muscles, I sort of just I kind of just basically pose, I flex, really.
Everyone has abs. Abdominal muscles are a basic structural integrity for the core of a person's body. So everyone has abs. However, your diet and how you burn off fat and metabolize fat is what's going to change how visible they are and the thickness or layer of fat on the stomach.
What they said. Anyway, moving on. Does my demon persona have multiple phalluses?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Okay.
Moving on. So, Pom Pom Papa, anything. Look, one day you are all going to have to learn that I am not fluffy.
You're not a pom-pom, you're not fluffy, you're not a sheep, you're an alpaca.
Oh, we're alpacas from the Andes.
With hooves instead of handies.
No two others can match, nuzzle and scratch.
Comment it below, Xavier the alpaca.
No!
I want to see how many of you comment Xavier the alpaca.
I thought being called a sheep was bad. Why do you think getting called an
Well, you do
alpaca?
kind of look like a ram because of the horns and the floof.
Moving on. Is there an anime you haven't watched yet but really want to start? Oh, that's a good question.
We actually got him to start one.
Yeah, well, we got to watching That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime. It's now up there with my top 3 animes, so 7 Deadly Sins, of course. Second, That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime, and in at number 3, Jujutsu Kaisen, because I just love the animation style in Gojo. Smash! Anyway, let's take a look at the different animes.
Bro be broken.
Bro be broken. He literally solos his own verse, purely and simply because of the fact he was born during a day of the year, and then, you know, he was given 2 of the most OP things that any Jujutsu sorcerer could have. Like, that's ridiculous. But still, really funny to watch. Okay, so animes to watch. I haven't updated this in ages, Jesus. My Hero Academia. I've got up to the point where it's basically Civil War. I took a break because I just wanted to take a break. Yuri on Ice, Attack on Titan. I want to watch that. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Wait, you still haven't watched Attack on Titan?
No, I still haven't watched Attack on Titan. I mean, you have basically given me a Levi haircut, so I think I'm obligated to at least watch 1 season. Anyway, Castlevania, watch that, so good. And I know they probably don't think that it was any good, but I personally thought that it was really good, and the adaptation of it really struck me, because the way that Alucard and Dracula were portrayed, at least in my opinion, I thought it was really well represented, because I liked how that dynamic really gave a lot of character development, and I am a whore for character development. And I love character development within, like, really, let's just say characters within animes that are heavily burdened by daddy and mommy issues. So, yeah.
Castlevania bugs me because it is not true to the original games, and I played the games. So it's completely wrong. Gabriel Belmont is Dracula, not there's Alucard and Gabriel Belmont and Dracula. Gabriel Belmont is Dracula, he becomes Dracula, and it bugs me.
but did you think it was funny?
I couldn't even finish watching it.
Really?
It really bugged me. It was so wrong from the original books
It was-
and the original games. I just couldn't.
Fair enough. Empire of Corpses, that's something that I want to watch.
Not seen it.
That's really good. Hunter x Hunter, I do want to watch that purely and simply because the memes, like, I don't think that, like, Hunter x Hunter is bad. I just think that it needs to grow on me before, like, I start to watch anything. Because that time I was reincarnated as a slime, it took a while for me to just get into it because I personally thought that, like, Rimuru was really overpowered. And don't get me wrong, I thought the same way about Gojo. And the only reason why I started to really like Jujutsu Kaisen is because Gojo is a really well-rounded character. And he's funny because he shows off his powers. So I think when it comes to just having really overpowered characters and characters in the manga being translated faithfully, I personally think they work really well. So Hunter x Hunter, that's an anime I want to watch. Obey Me, again, hey, I've got a type, alright? I've got a type.
No, it's fine because I played the Otome games.
Oh, fair enough. The Millionaire Detective.
That's on my to-watch list.
Kobayashi Dragon Maid.
It's out. It's okay.
Okay. Hey!
Yeah.
I did put that down! Oh my god, I put that down. And this was literally back in, what, 2019, 2020? Hang on.
That time I was reincarnated as a slime is very obviously on his phone.
Yes, no, you can see that. The Man from Nowhere, and that's a Korean international film that I want to watch. It was really, really good. I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, I'll get around to that eventually. But yeah, that's my anime to watch list. Comment down below if there is a series of anime that I should be prioritizing after I've watched That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime. When's the red collar going on you, man? Right, Courtney. Patience. Patience. Patience.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's single, who's not, if you're comfortable sharing? Well, I personally am single by choice because I need to get over a few more obstacles that I have talked about with my therapist, but I still need to just get more mentally stable because where I'm at, I'm doing much better because at the start of this year I was dealing with a lot of mental health issues. But I'd say that when it comes down to a relationship, I'm not ready for one. Same as like, I don't want kids, so I genuinely need to get my head straight before I start thinking about being in a relationship. Because don't get me wrong, I think I would really benefit from a relationship. However, I need to be sure that I can not only rely on myself to trust a partner when I myself have been betrayed by people before in my life for no fucking reason at all. But Koto, if you want to answer that.
I am in a relationship. I have got a partner. They also have a partner of their own, but I'm not in a relationship with my partner's partner. We are more like a boy foe and girl foe to each other, but we accept each other's company. We share a partner. We're quite content with that.
You're cheating on me with another partner. How dare you? I thought we were exclusive.
As if I'd ever date you. I have standards.
You wound me.
I have
and as do I.
standards.
You have standards and yet you're friends with me. Right, I see what it is. It's favoritism. Whimper audio is on Only Demons when? Patreon. If you want me to do some whimpering audio, you can get that through me on my Patreon. Patreon is going to go through a massive overhaul in August. I am planning on rolling out the changes that I've been making all July. I'm just finalizing a few T's and C's and just working behind the scenes to get everything sorted. I will not lie, I have beta tested a few of my services with some trusted friends. They like it. I'm just compiling all of the reviews before I start to roll out any more services because I want to make sure that everything is led so that when I do start to get bigger on these platforms, I will have a structured base so that if people want to support me for the content that I do, it means I don't get rushed off my feet when it comes to having more people joining in with the Grummos. And wouldn't you rather if it was organized chaos that you could all have fun, or just generalized chaos with no kind of order? That wouldn't be fun, it would just be chaotic. Although I think D would actually like that. nostrils.
I can't read it though.
Are you planning on getting any facial piercings? Right. So, Koto here wants to get a lip piercing. I myself have been privy to getting snake bites on my lower lip. And I think that when it does come to getting snake bites, I still just need to... I guess I just really need to do more research because I really want to get some more... I want to get a helix piercing because that's what Darby has. So I want to get a helix piercing on both ears, and I want to get those first before I start to put any more facial piercings, because I think it would do really well with a nasal piercing because that would work really well for me, but I still just want to figure it out because Ember Wolf, if you know who they are a cosplayer on TikTok, and they're famous for their furry cosplays, especially because of the fact that they not only helped me to discover why it is that I like being a part of the furry community, but they are so talented with the way that they make their cosplays, and it is, to me, it was just ridiculous just how well they managed to pull off all those things in such a short amount of time. And I guess it's just the fact that I love the fact that they had a nasal piercing that made me think, would I look good with that? Maybe? Possibly? What, in my own opinion, not in the public's, is the worst thing you've ever done, and what is the best? What is the worst thing that I've ever done?
You definitely need to give more specifics. Like, are we talking from a legal aspect or like an opinion aspect? Could this be something internalized or something you've physically done or something you've wanted to do? Like, that is a complex question.
It's a complex question. I think like,
Because if we're talking literal... actually...
I mean, it's tough because you really have to just put into context, and I mean, it's not like we are categorically terrible people, it's just thinking about the type of context. I guess, God, if I had to pick...
As far as I'm concerned, cheating, if it's not relationship cheating, cheating in a job or a test and stuff, if you get away with it, then you've not cheated, you've beat the system.
Hypothetically, I cheated in my A-levels. Koto?
Out of context, it sounds like a really big red flag. If you hear the context as to why, you'll be like, ah, okay, but it was still overboard. So I'm not going to say the worst thing I've done.
Fair enough. And what's the best thing that we've done?
Oh, I slept for a whole 3 days.
Oh, that's good. That is good. That is good.
That was great, but I had a migraine, which is why I slept for 3 days uninterrupted.
Man, if I had to think about it, I think the best thing that I've ever done, I think in a video game, because I never really got to play mainstream video games when I was young, because I ended up getting my PlayStation thrown out of the house, and that's a story for another time in a different setting, because there's a lot to unpack there. But I'd say the best thing that I ever did was I play World of Tanks, and when I first started the game, I was playing in the now collector's edition tank, the tier 1 Vickers medium, and that was a tier 1 medium tank for the British line. And in my first game ever, I ended up killing 8 tanks, and that earned me a Kolobanov's medal, I think. Or is it, hang on, how many tanks do I need to kill to get that medal? How many, okay, when I kill 8 tanks, in World of Tanks, what medal do I get? So I got the Radley Walters medal, and that was a medal that I received in my first ever game of playing World of Tanks. I also got high caliber, Top Gun, and all the usual medals that you would get that are now really reserved for the tier 5s and up, because tiers 1 to 4 aren't really considered as like the big leagues. It's only when you get to tier 5 and above that you actually start to be honoured for the actual medals that you get, because those are in situations where tanks within this century that played parts in battles throughout sort of like after the Second World War that really count. So I would say that when it comes to the best thing, I basically got that kind of array of medals before it was really categorically said that you should now only really consider those medals to be an honour from tier 5 and up. So that was the best thing I ever did in that game, because I did it before everyone else said it was cool. Okay, get ready, con edition please, Senpai Baka Daddy.
Ew. People do those still?
That's Poppy, one of my friends from the Ball Hat 7. Poppy, if you want to be in a video with me, I don't mind, but just, I was out of pocket. Sus. You sussy baka. Why would you say that? Just ask me. DM me. But why? Why would you put yourself out like this? Why would you put yourself out on the line? You have exposed yourself. You have dishonoured your family. Dishonour on your cow. Dishonour on your cow. Ah! No! My horns! You tore off my horns!
Yeah.
My power! No! How dare you, Baka.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Where do I want to travel? In terms of like cons, I want to go to San Diego Comic-Con. I think that within the next 2 years, I want to go to more cons during the year, because I personally want to meet more creators like Danny Phantom and everyone like, oh, Jessica Nigri. My god, I have wanted to meet Jessica Nigri for fucking ages. Like, she is just one of the most talented cosplayers that I first followed because I just thought that they looked cool, but then as I got into cosplays more, I was just like, oh, teach me your ways, because they're just so good. Also, I really want to meet Whole Wheat Pete, because he's such a wholesome cosplayer. Like, I genuinely like the fact that he is just so, he's sweet. At least online, from what I can tell, he tells not only how it is, but he's not afraid to show behind the scenes when it comes to asking cosplayers for the consent. And as you know me from my content, I'm big on consent. So I really like the fact that he does show that, because it does give a lot of symbolism to why the cosplayer community needs more transparency with that. So that's really where I want to go. I'd say that in terms of like just traveling anywhere, oh man, where do I want to travel? I haven't been to Australia since I was 11, so maybe go to Australia. There's a couple of people in Australia I want to meet, so yeah, I'd say I'd do that. What about you? Anywhere you could travel?
If I wanted to travel somewhere for cons, then I'd want to go, I think it's Thailand, because the cosplayer that got me into cosplay was Eugene Fate, and I'm pretty confident that they are Thai and from Thailand. So to any of you guys who are Thai, sawadee ka, that's all I know, sorry. But as for like as a holiday, I kind of want to go India.
Okay,
Like
sounds good.
Darjeeling specifically, it's beautiful.
No, it does sound nice. Am I at uni? Yes, I am at uni. I am in my second, going into my third year. I am hopefully going to be doing a master's degree, so I have a little bit more time to perfect my craft in terms of the things that I can do at a professional level, so I will have the advantages of getting into a more professional job with these advancements. And it also means that I have an extra year to spend on building up my franchise and making sure that I've got everything that I need before I need to get a roof over my head based on, you know, taking out of my own pocket. What is my type when it comes to dating? Again, I don't date anyone. I have friends with benefits, but that is a completely different story.
It's just because you're a whore.
Yes, exactly. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that because I want as much experience as possible. And when it comes to finding people who want to be friends with benefits, as someone who's pansexual, I go for people's personalities rather than going for their body straight away. Don't get me wrong, I'm a creature of habit. When it comes to thinking about what it is that I can see in somebody, I'll go for that first. Then their body becomes a second priority, because I don't care about people's body sizes. I don't care about the fact that if you're a little bit on the thick side, sit on me. If you're a little bit on the thin side, sit on me, respectfully. Now, when it just comes down to the fact that I myself don't date, it doesn't mean that I am a malicious, you know, I'm not a malicious person when it comes to just turning people down. It's more just the fact that I'm not comfortable when people just come into my DMs and say, oh yeah, can I be your whore? Like I get where you're coming from. I know what I do on the internet. I know I sexualize myself, but come on, I do the stuff that I do for fun, but also I do it because I like to promote not only why sexuality is important to celebrate, but it's also important to just remember why sexual natures are just important to destigmatize, because it's just a bunch of bullshit, really. I mean, how do you feel about it?
I am literally only attracted to my partner, Jinxie Dragon Cos.
I know, but when it does come down to the fact that, like, when it, you know...
Well, on a fundamental level, regardless of how much people might say, oh, I don't judge people based on their appearances. We judge food by how it looks before we even eat it. We might still give it a chance. We do the exact same thing with humans. We will always judge aesthetically first. It's just a case of being the bigger person to move past it and say, well, despite this one negative thing, I see these 10 positive things.
Green floof. I'm never going to be free of this, am I?
No, it's only going to get worse when I make you purple next.
Oh god, no.
Oh, yes.
No! Yes. Purple floof.
Purple.
Purple guy!
Or we can make it blue and you can be a gonk. If you're old enough to know what a gonk is, I admire you, I like you. If you don't know what a gonk is, ask your parents.
Are we talking about the gonk from Star Wars?
No.
Okay, then in which case I have no idea what you're talking
A
about.
gonk, not the gonk. A gonk.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I do also want to say that there have been a couple of people coming into my DMs asking if I can wish people happy birthday. I appreciate that people want me to acknowledge them in terms of like saying, oh yeah, it's my birthday, it would really mean a lot. Don't get me wrong, I'd be more than happy to do that, but there are just there's not a lot of confidence that I have with people who just say these things and then just, you know, expect me to do it.
Oh my god, it's gonna be my birthday in like 4 months. Make sure you say happy birthday on your story to me.
You're different, because I get to bully you because you're my actual friend.
No, but I'm saying that's how it feels. It's like a stranger's coming up to you and being like, oh my god, pay attention to me, I'm important, give me a free shout out by wishing me a happy birthday on your story.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Hello.
We have a gate crash.
We have a gate crasher. Stop trying
Everyone say hi to Sosuke.
Sasuke.
He's my baby.
I think they got a whole lot of cat butt there.
They did. They did get a whole lot.
I'm gonna have to censor that.
It's fine. There we go.
No cat hairs on the suit trousers. When it comes to answering messages, I do make it a habit of checking to see what the context of what it is that people are asking me, but if I feel uncomfortable with what they're saying, I just won't, you know, reply to it. And I'm not somebody who goes around and answers a lot of people's requests. Don't get me wrong, I'm not being rude, it's just that I don't like talking to a lot of people. That's just it, because I have a very close circle of friends, and I have friends that you will probably never know of because they're just my friends and they don't want to be involved with this. Same with my family, they don't want to be involved in this and they support me, but they just don't want to be involved, and I respect that. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for your love and support recently on my videos. It really just means a lot to see new people coming in and really relating to the content that I make. I've gotten a lot of good feedback with my new series, Castle Hawley, which is coming along very well, and I do hope to bring out a lot of episodes within the next coming weeks. And apart from that, I do hope you are enjoying the new installments of my Why Monster is Bad for You in the form of horny news. Do stick around for those, I do enjoy your pain. Now, I do also want to plug in the fact that my Only Demons is being restocked, and I do weekly sets, and I do also do a habit of making solo photos as well, so if that's something that you like, the link is in the description and across all my socials. But apart from that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Eat food, drink water, and have a wonderful evening, darlings.
Chug the monster.
You had to ruin my outro.
Yes, I had to ruin
You
the
had to
outro.
ruin my outro. Drink water.
Monster, sponsored by Monster. Bye.
No! Oh my god. Fine. Do you want to swap and then we can both see which one's better?
I hate water, no.
Go on.
No.
Go on.
No.
I'll drink it in front of you and then it'll be on camera.
No, I ain't having an indirect kiss with you. Ew.
Water, drink it.
Monster, drink it.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Do you dare me to?
You do that and I will shave off all of your hair when you're asleep tonight. You will turn into a cue ball and not an attractive one.
This is unhinged.